Hi, and welcome to another Air Nicole exclusive. I definitely want to take this time out to talk about something that has been bothering me lately, and just being around different types of people and getting a chance to see what's online and also listening to radios and watching television. I've have become to believe that people rather receive ignorance than truth. So I said I need to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people rather just be ignorant instead of learning what the truth really is. So, usually when I do these video blogs or whatever, I always have music. I love music. Music is my life. I want to die listening to it. So I have a perfect song that I'm going to play real quick for this blog post, and I said, this is perfect. America's problem is self-destruction. So this song is self-destruction. I was born in '80, so in the '80 babies or whatever, y'all should know about this or whatever. This used to be my song, and I'm saying this was actually a part of a movement at one time. So I don't know what happened to the music, but anyway, we'll have to talk about that at another time. So ignorance versus truth. First of all, I want to talk about facts, different facts about ignorance and truth. The first one I want to talk about is education. I really don't think a lot of people understand what's going on right now in America overall, and locally, wherever they at. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in the state of Georgia, so it's a lot of things that's going on in Georgia where they're cutting back a lot of spending toward education. They're closing down schools. They're getting rid of a lot of programs that people need. They're closing down libraries and different things like that. And see, those type of things I feel like people don't care about. People don't really care about what's going on in their communities for real. They're really not paying attention to what's really going on behind these officials' closed doors. People just be willing to accept anything or whatever. I also was online earlier today, and I ran across a Forbes list, and it was the wealthiest people on earth. And then I went through the whole list. I went through the top 10 just to see who are the wealthiest people on this planet. And I went through the top 10, and none of them was black. I know that we have Oprah. She's a billionaire, but she is not the richest person on this earth. There are a lot of rich rich people, but she is not the richest. She's up there, but she is not the top 10. And I think people get satisfied with, knowing that, oh, okay, we do have a black woman that's in that position, but that's only one black woman. We do have the lady from BET and different things like that. But what I feel when I was watching this, I kind of got bothered because I said a lot of these people are from different. They're from, we have some France, and we have the Arabic people and different things that have the wealth from steel and oil and different things like that. And I was like, well, why the African Americans can't invest in that and be a part of that? Why can't we be a part of this top 10 wealthiest list in the world? And I just feel like that black people sometimes don't really have those high expectations for themselves, let alone their families. I think we should teach our children to have these high expectations as far as giving them knowledge, knowing that the sky is the limit. I think that we have limitations, and a lot of times the limitations cause us to, our limitations, how we grew up, cause us to believe that we can't really become what these other people have become and invest in, achieve those type of goals. So that's another thing, man. I think we just remain ignorant in that area and not really want to accept the truth of, to realize what it is and what's really going on, who's controlling the world, who has what, and we don't have any power, and that's a problem. But another thing that really the thing that bothers me the most when I was going over this ignorance versus truth list that I made today, I feel like I was on a blog, and I ran across a link, and I clicked the link, and the link, I can't even talk today, the link had put me over to a site called World Star Hip Hop. I never go on that site or whatever, but I went through the site, and I became just like sad, and my heart was sad. I was like, what kind of mess is this or whatever? But a lot of people would disagree with me. It's whatever. Everybody have their own opinions about the site. But I noticed in our community that we are the only people that really degrade each other, we bring each other down. Like even in music, if you listen to other people's music, I really don't see other cultures degrading their women, degrading their races, dividing up different complexions, dividing us up in different ways, calling our women this and doing that. I don't really see other cultures or music genres doing that, but African Americans, and I just don't understand why we do that so openly. We do it for other people to see, and then that that causes for them to put us in categories, and that keeps us down. That's the ignorance part, that we don't want to understand our truth of what we're really doing, and we want to continue to be ignorant. And the crazy part about it is, I feel like people don't even care about what they're doing in the industries and in the music, and the women don't even care about what's going on, what they're being called. Nobody seems to really care about that, and that is bothering me, because I have got to the point where I don't even want to really dance to certain type of music if I feel like it's being degrading or disrespectful in any way, towards somebody like myself or anybody else. So that's the ignorance. We don't want to accept the truth of understanding how it's hurting our community, hurting our families. It's trickling down into little children. They're acting out what they see on television, because they assume that this is reality, when the industry is really smoke and mirrors, and it's really fantasy. And I think we should open up and tell our children the truth. Okay, the next thing is AIDS and HIV. That is the big thing. I did an interview at 8 Atlanta before, and we talked about the high numbers of HIV, and I just feel like how how society as a whole promotes sex. It's such, we sell sex all the time. That's how we make our money. We exploit everything with sex, and basically we don't tell people the consequences that come with this sexist type of society that we have. And that's another part of ignorance, because I feel like we want to give a little bit, we want to talk about it, we want to glorify it, but at the same time we're not teaching people what really happens when you have this type of behavior, whether it's receiving diseases or becoming unwed mothers and fathers and different things, and how it really destroys the community by us not having the knowledge that we need to understand what we're doing as far as sex. And that's a really big thing. I think that's really sad that we rather not have that conversation. We just rather just, just keep on investing in society that's promoting this, that's really hurting us in the long run. And that's keeping us ignorant, and we're not understanding our truth in that. And that really destroys the future of the children, because that's really sad. They really are believing what they're seeing on television. Nobody's telling them the truth behind what is going on when you have sex or whatever, and it ruins lives forever, and it breaks down generations, and I think that's really sad. I'm just sad overall how people rather just watch reality TV, they rather just listen to music, they just rather live in their ignorance than to understand the truth about what's going on in communities, education, what's going on in families. People really do not care. All they care about is the next song that's coming out by whatever artist, the outfit people has on, the type of shoes, the name brand clothes, the type of cars that they drive. And I really feel like people don't really care about the really important things that are happening in our world today. And I feel like if we would take time out to focus on our truth, then we can be on that top Forbes list. So that is my ignorance versus truth. And I just think it's a sad situation. I'm really sad about it. I wish that we would pay more attention to what's really going on in the world, and not focus so much on trying to be like what we see on television. We will be more individuals instead of followers. And I'm representing today with my little hat on. I think it's cute or whatever. But anyway, ignorance versus truth. Why do you think more people rather stay within their ignorance and not really try to understand what the truth is that's going on in society when it comes to everything? Why do you think people rather just stay stuck on this side of the rope and not really verge over to really try to learn and understand what's really going on in the world? Because let me tell you something, new people and on the Forbes list, they understand their truth. That's why they're there. So they're not putting it, they're doing what they have to do. We need to do in order to get on that Forbes list, and I really believe that. But this is another Erin Nicole exclusive. I thank everybody for tuning in. You can check me out on blogger.com/Erin Nicole. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on WordPress, I'm on every blog that you can think of. And I'm also a contributor for Overflow, so www.overflowmagonline.com. I'm a monthly contributor to that, so you can check out authentic art articles by Erin Nicole. And peace out, y'all. Live in truth. God is love, love is God.